Shows that desperately need a proper ending. We all got them shows that you used to watch religiously, week by week, tuning in to see what was going on next, just for it to end out of nowhere, leaving you confused. Leaving the audience on a 20-year cliffhanger, yearning for a proper conclusion to their favorite shows. That's what we're gonna get into today, man. So without further ado, let's get into it. But before we do, welcome to my Childish Nature. I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the 5th of 7 videos of our 7-day, 1,000 subscriber marathon, man. Uploading 7 videos for 7 days straight for the goal of 1,000 subscribers. So if you end up enjoying this video, go hit subscribe, man. Let's get this channel popping. And without further ado, let's get into it.
My date and I were wondering if you have a flight of stairs we could throw ourselves down.
With the high that Victorious was running on being Nickelodeon's last few hits, you would think that they'll be able to get themselves a series finale. No, not at all. I remember this one specifically, bro. Watching the last episode of Victorious, not knowing it was the last episode. They were just up to their standard goofy hijinks, doing what they do. And I was like, cool. Can't wait to see what they do next week. Next week came. Nothing. All right, they might have skipped this week. Let's see what they do next week. Nothing came. And now I'm confused because what's going on? They just canceled Victorious on us with no warning. Now, why did they just randomly choose to do this? Apparently, it was because Victoria Justice wanted to do a solo tour. I don't know how to feel about that because what was going on? Was her head gassed up or something? A hit series that you star in had to end because you wanted to do a little tour? No, at the end of the day, that answer is not a concrete answer. We don't officially know why the show ended, but it's a shame, man, because this show do deserve an ending. I could have had it where Tori finally signed to a record label, getting ready to release her first hit song, or even first album. And the last few episodes will be the build up to that release. And because of her newfound fame, she got to decide whether to stay in Hollywood arts or to just do homeschooling while being a full-time artist. That'd be interesting, man. I would have loved to see that. Y'all can at least give this show a 10-year reunion episode or something. I know it's been 11 years since the show ended, but still, that'd at least give some closure.
All right, look at here.
Now I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all, man. I know nothing about girlfriends. My only knowledge of this show is the couple of seconds I seen from my sisters or my mom watching it. Other than that, I don't really know much, other than why the show ended. But we can get into that a little later. Now, this is easily the longest running series on this list with 8 whole seasons. That is 172 episodes, bro. And y'all couldn't give them a finale after all that? That's crazy. Instead of a finale, they left y'all with a cliffhanger, with Joan's fiance going off to the military and giving her a letter to read to his students. What happens after that is left up in the air. But the thing with fan bases is, I know some of y'all created y'all own personal endings to the show, giving every character a nice conclusion. If you do have your own theory about the show's conclusion, go ahead, put it in the comments, man. I would love to read it. Now, why did the show end so abruptly? The same reason most shows end abruptly. Low ratings, and things being too expensive to continue production. But they did, however, have a proper series finale planned, but the plans for that was scrapped. So yeah, they left y'all in the dust.
Miles has been kidnapped.
Now, Moesha's final episode can be best summed up as just doing too much, bro. Now, people already wasn't happy with the last few seasons, with them introducing Reggie as their cousin, who they later find out is actually their brother because their dad cheated on their mom back in the day. Moesha hopping back and forth between Q and Hakeem, getting engaged, moving in with each other. The last episode got Miles getting kidnapped and somebody being pregnant. Like, they was writing this like a soap opera, bro. All my Moesha's type beat. Doing too much. Moesha suffered from the curse of going longer than what it should have. Cause you can just tell by this point they was out of ideas, just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping something stick. A conclusion to this show should have happened as soon as Kim left, bro. Ended on a high note, end with high viewership. But no, y'all decided to drag it out and waste everybody's time. Just like the last show on this list, man.
Don't try distracting me with a bunch of questions that no one can answer.
Now I've already made 2 videos about this show. So if you've seen those, you should already know that I cannot stand the way the show ended. And not just me, anybody else who's seen this show understands what I'm talking about. This is by far the worst last episode on this list, bro. And it's not even the fact that the story turned into a complete mess by the end, but bro, they hit us with a clip show for the last episode. It was probably at max 5 minutes of new footage in this finale, and that might be too generous. That is disrespectful. The people watching this finale have stuck with the show for 5 years. Y'all build up the ending, talking about secret life always and forever, and the best y'all can do is a clip show? That's disrespectful, bro. And not to mention the entire last season was a chore to get through. Now the thing about this show is, before they even filmed the first episode of season 1, they had already planned to do 6 seasons. But they make it very obvious that they ran out of stories to tell after season 3. By the time season 5 came around, the ratings were low, and they had to quickly wrap it up. By now, everybody and their mama know the creator came up with a whole new ending a couple years later, wrapping up everybody's storylines, which is cool. I'm alright with what she came up with. Now what I propose is, we take this new ending and we put it to screen, and fast forward it 10 years later, and y'all create a one-off special that wraps everything up properly. Amy and Ricky is married, they probably got a couple more kids at this point. Ben is a best-selling author, Grace a doctor, Adrian a lawyer, and you have them all come back together for their 10-year high school reunion. I mean, the cast already said they'll be down for a one-off special during the reunion Zoom call, so I say if y'all can, make it happen. And while we're on the topic of the show, why don't y'all go ahead and watch this video where I rank every season of Secret Life.